Some breaking news out of Georgia. Take a quick look at the boards in Georgia, the state of the race there. It is a ruby red state that Democrats had hoped to flip in their favor. You'll notice there's barely 80% of the vote in, which is why we've yet to call this state, even though it closed at 7 p.m. Let's check in with CBS's Mark Strassmann, who is in Atlanta tonight. And I understand, Mark, there's some news about the vote count.
Yeah, the vote counting is not going to end tonight. In fact, Georgia looks like one of those states that's not going to have full results until tomorrow, and here's why. This is Fulton County, which includes a chunk of Atlanta. It's the most populous county in Georgia, about 800,000 registered voters, about 11% of the overall percentage of voters here in Georgia. Here's what's happened. The Fulton County Board of Elections has sent home all of its tabulators for the night. They said that all those employees have been working hard and very laboriously going through all the ballots since 6 o'clock this morning. They have sent them home. It's not going to happen tonight. In fact, they have only tabulated 49% of the vote here in Fulton County. And again, Fulton County is the most consequential county of all in the state of Georgia in terms of raw numbers. So this is just not going to happen here in Georgia tonight. We're not going to have a definitive answer as to who won this state, even though, as you mentioned, the polls have been closed since 7 o'clock. If you recall earlier, there was a separate issue, which is that at State Farm Arena, which is where Fulton County's absentee ballots were stored, there was a water leak. They had to suspend tabulation for a while until they got that under control. We're not sure if those uncounted absentee ballots are part of the overall 51% of Fulton County's ballots that have not been counted. But in any event, it's not going to happen. Earlier, Georgia's Secretary of State had predicted that they would get it done by midnight. Fulton County officials said that was not true. That would not happen until tomorrow. Turns out the local officials were right. The Secretary of State was wrong. This is just not going to happen, and this is going to add more frustration, of course, to people who would like to get an answer as to who has won the state of Georgia, but we're not going to find out tonight.
Right. I understand now the largest county in Georgia saying they are suspending the vote count at this hour in Fulton County. Do you know about how many votes that may be? Is it 100,000? Is it 500,000?
I don't know, Nora. Here's the thing. Again, 800,000 registered voters. What percentage of Fulton County turned out in the early voting and in today's turnout? Don't know. It is consequential, of course. This is a very heavily Democratic county. And so for the Biden campaign in particular, this has real importance and resonance. And what we did not hear from the County Board of Elections, how many total votes, the raw number of uncounted votes, that's not clear.
All right, Mark Strassmann there in Georgia with that update on why we will not have the full vote count in Georgia.